summer. Because I got to have you.
Every man should get themselves a woman that says that just after they've been penetrated. But Starship Troopers, I started watching it after I'd finished The Tomorrow War, and this is just a better film. It's got so many better scenes. Like this one from the shower scene where, yeah, if I show you 1 pixel beneath that black line, I'll get banned.
Young people from all over the globe are joining up to fight for the future.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part, too.
He's gonna die. And honestly, that's the story of most of the film. Most people do. I can probably credit this film as the reason why I never joined the army, not least of all because of this scene.
Who needs a knife in a nuke fight anyway? All you gotta do is push a button.
The enemy cannot push a button if you disable his hand.
You just know that any guy who is that much of a smartass is just dying to say, "But sir, I've still got another hand." Wouldn't have gone well for him. Now, there were some parts of the movie where I wasn't quite sure about the message they were trying to get across.
But what makes you think you're good enough?
Now that's the kind of gal who makes squad leader.
Yeah, in a strip club.
That's my job you're talking about.
You said it, not me. But it wasn't all bad. There was great food, great entertainment, and one woman making 2 men wet at the same time. Now, the war really starts when the bugs send an asteroid to Earth and just wipe out a large section of the planet.
Oh, Johnny, it's us.
Buenos Aires has been wiped off the earth.
Now, anyone that's seen TikTok recently can probably sympathize with the desire to do that, but it does mean that the military kicks off their training in a major way. This is where we meet Johnny Rico, who has some rather strange military tactics.
You want to flip 6-3 whole play and you can score.
Cover me.
And if you want to know how that feels, then you're going to have to like, subscribe, and comment down below. But it doesn't all go well for our Johnny, even though it's not exactly his fault.
Leave me line of fire!
It's my helmet! Don't screw it up!
What's the problem?
Damn thing keeps getting in my way!
Tough boy!
Yeah, they're not going to blame the woman that just randomly turns around and starts spraying all of her own teammates. Oh, no, it's definitely his fault because he took his helmet off. Why?
Are you rated to repair the M3 tactical helmet, Rico? Sir, no, sir. Then why did you order your man to remove his helmet during a live fire exercise? I wanted to win, sir.
I can't help think that this was aimed at me. I mean, if my car breaks down, I'd just pop open the bonnet or hood for my American friends and just stare at the engine as if the ghost of a mechanic is going to come along and possess me, and I'll just magically learn everything there is to know about a car engine and fix it. Honestly, they're just making movies to attack me at this point. But overall, the military scenes were very well done. You had all of this training, and it really treated the men and the women equally. It was exclusive. They had standards, and you met the standards or you left.
Sergeant, we've already lost 2 recruits over this incident.
This is an extremely refreshing attitude to what we get in modern movies, where everyone's going to be treated specially because, oh my god, people are different. No, in this, you did your job. If you didn't do your job, you pissed off. That is training. That is a military. That is people that win wars. Although maybe not the first time. But this wasn't just an action film for your testosterone-enriched friends out there. Oh no, this also had romance in it. Although I have to say, when it comes to this guy, this really isn't the way I would have gone about it.
It's amazing, us running into each other. Maybe it's fate.
Maybe not. Heard about this crazy girl. When it turned out to be you, I just made sure that we would run into each other.
He just admits he's a stalker. Although, he did begin this relationship the same way he planned to end it.
Don't exceed port speed.
Or what?
They revoke your flight status. And mine.
Your career's in my hands.
With his balls in her purse. Although I can't blame him, because it's not like he's got much else going for him. Because despite the fact that pilots are supposed to have lots of intelligence tests done so they make sure they can qualify the position, this guy is actually responsible for the single most stupid line of any film I have ever seen.
Why didn't they kill us?
They want us alive.
That is Mensa levels of IQ on display there. And that's not the end of it, because he gets his knife out of the ship, and he's the one in the front, so whatever is going to happen, he's the one that's going to face it first. And what does he do? He gives their only method of self-defense to her. Now, later on, admittedly, she makes good use of it, but all that means is that he could have made use of it first. And that's the thing, he achieved nothing, he got nothing done, and the only thing that's surprising about this scene is that the brain bug had anything to feed on at all. Now, when they do land on the planet, they find some interesting creatures, including these, which can fire plasma. Although, let's face it, that's not that impressive. I've seen women that can do that with ping pong balls. The film definitely has a message, but it never once preaches it to you. It doesn't try to convince you that this is right or wrong. It makes no value judgment. Instead, all of the characters in the world just has an opinion. This is just the way the world works. And it allows you to think about it and decide for yourself whether you think that is better or worse.
Why are only citizens allowed to vote? Something given has no value. When you vote, you are exercising political authority. You're using force. And force, my friends, is violence. The supreme authority from which all other authority is derived.
And there are some lines in it which some people really need to hear at the moment.
Come on, you ape! You want to live forever?
And the people in it, they're not perfect. They're going through challenges. It definitely shows people at their best.
Moving out, there's been a distress call from General Owen on Planet B, so get your shit wired and report in 10 minutes. Who's that with you?
Florence, sir.
Make it 20 minutes.
And it shows people at their worst. And it shows you that they're not perfect. No one in this film is perfect. It actually teaches you that you shouldn't be mollycoddled. He's a rich kid when he first starts, but he gets better as he goes along. Why? Through pain and suffering. This guy has challenges, and it is challenges that make you better. And it even goes on to say show things like the difference between when actually immoral, evil acts could become good.
Sugar, your what?
I'd expect anyone in this unit to do the same for me.
Rico! You know what to do! Do it, Rico!
And these are very tough, complex topics, and it just presents them for you, and you decide, could you have done that? Was it the right thing to do? And even if it was the right thing to do, are you capable of it? It makes you search yourself. And although, yes, it does it all in a very humorous way, it's very difficult not to laugh at things like the uniforms, the guns, the really insane scopes that they have on the weapons. And I think this is a sign of a great movie. This is definitely a classic, in my opinion. If you haven't seen this movie, I can't recommend it strongly enough. This is the kind of movie that I think just... I'm not sure we'll ever have again. I certainly think in the current climate, we'll never have anything like this again.
You once asked me for advice. Want some now?
Yes, sir.
Never pass up a good thing.
Having a woman run away from a battlefield because she's a coward, because she's scared. The film was intelligent enough and expected the audience to be intelligent enough to realize that that didn't mean that the entire category of women were awful, even in a system like this, which did treat people as generic groups. It was the individual that mattered. It was the people taking responsibility for their own actions that mattered. That is what won the day.
And it wasn't the mighty fleet, it wasn't some fancy new weapon. It was a drill instructor named Zim who captured a brain.
That was the message that I took from it. But it doesn't mean that was the message of the movie. That's just what came to me. And you might watch it and get a very different message. And I think that is a sign of a great movie. One that doesn't force a message upon you, one that just lets you draw your own conclusions. And that is why, despite how humorous I tried to make this video, whether you agree that I actually managed it or not, I still say that whatever your opinion of me in this video, Starship Troopers is an objectively amazing film, and one that I would highly recommend to anyone to watch.
It's a fray!
So for now, that's it from me. If you like the video, press like, subscribe for more videos like this in the future, and let me know below what you thought of Starship Troopers, what you thought of this video, and what were your best bits. But for now, that's it from me. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.